Already know what it is. It's your boy Louis One Thread. You're now tuned in to All Facts No Paint Sport Podcast. I'm your host. And I don't let none marinate. We get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. You hear me? We gotta talk about it, man. Even if you pitch a shutout and put on a spectacular performance, they still gonna criticize you. Why? Because they're nut huggers. There's a bunch of nut huggers. They they want to create a word called talking about casuals, boxing casuals, when you're actually a nut hugger, when you're actually a fanboy. Jaron Ennis exposes Stanionis. Shout out to Stanionis, looking sharp, threw over 100 punches around, but only landed 7 here, landed 9 in one round. The highest round he had, he landed, if I'm not mistaken, 10 punches out of 100 thrown, and people call that getting hit too much. A person throw 100 punches and only 7 land. He throw 125 punches and only 10 land. That means you're not getting touched. How do they watch a fight? They watch a fight listening to the commentators, watching a glove hit glove, and they call that a person getting touched. Boots looked magnificent, man. That jab was impeccable. Footwork was on the beam. Every time he switched, you seen the power behind the jab. You watching a lot of narratives that was being painted. Oh, Boots look weight drained. He's weight drained. He's this. He's that. No, sucker. He's cut up. That boy was cut up like a bag of dope. Now, that boy was cut up like a bag of dope, like a bag of Fetty. Boots was cut up. You can tell a lot of people never been to prison, like when you're in prison, like when a person get cut up, you can tell he's strong by his cheekbone. They be like, oh, his face sucked in. No, bro, that's when you get cut up. That's how your body gets. And especially when you're fighting at a certain weight class for so long and you're cut into that weight, you're automatically going to look like that. And the IBF, 10% rehydration clause, they got to get rid of that, man. Real rap. But shout out to Boots unifying, IBF, WBA, Ring Magazine, Lineal, you got to put respect on his name. Now we watching everybody scream, oh, why he ain't... No, why Brian Norman ain't say Boots' name? Why right after the fight Brian Norman had, why his dad went on air, his dad went live and said, we're going for the Japanese guy. Brian Norman had a chance to call out Boots. Matter of fact, the Karen Chickazine fight would have never happened if Brian Norman would have took that 1.7 million. But his last fight, he still made 100,000. Make it make sense, bro. You ain't making $1 million yet, bro. This is your second $100,000 fight. The first time you ever got $100,000 in your life because you became a champ. And you ain't even get 100, you got 50. Know what I mean? And then your second title, your first title defense, you fought a bum, bro. A bum. Know what I mean? Like, this is the shit I talk about, bro. Like, Brian Norman is not the boogeyman at motherfucking 147. He haven't defended his titles. Boots is the boogeyman at 147. How many times he defended his title so far? Like, y'all gotta make this shit make sense, man. Y'all gotta make it make sense. That boy about to run that weight, which he already do. He already running that weight class. He move up to 154 is really gonna be a problem. It's really gonna be a problem. Virgil ain't cut like that. Virgil lost to Bo and Chuck. Everybody knows that. Bo and Chuck beat the dog breaks out of Virgil. What you think Boots gonna do? What the fuck you think Boots gonna do to Virgil, man? Like I tell y'all people, y'all gotta tighten up. Y'all be thinking, the way y'all think about certain fighters in the sport of boxing is crazy. Then you got Southpaw TV, in the city of Philadelphia, in the city of New York, everybody know he was a rat. So he always go, them typical East Coast guy. Nigga, Chicago is part of the East Coast too, nigga. Y'all might scream the Midwest, nigga. Y'all part of the East Coast. What is you talking about? And if them Chicago niggas knew any better, they should ask you, yo, why you hate them Philly niggas so much? Because we know Richie, Lou Rock and them niggas, and Mikey and them niggas still in jail because of you, Richie. You know, but I ain't going to even get to all of that. Shout out the Boots, the Ennis family unifying. You know, the welterweight boogeyman, even though he run the division. Let me know what y'all think in the comments and how y'all seen the fight. To me, it was a shutout and beautiful. Now, I told you it was going to go 7. I told y'all between the 7th or 9th. And Boots did it. Dollar.